Hello there, and welcome. You don't need to do anything right now. There's nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to solve. If you're listening after a long day, let the weight of it begin to fade. If your thoughts are still moving quickly, that's okay. They'll slow on their own. Tonight, you're allowed to rest. This is a quiet place, a place where science moves gently, where facts don't demand attention, and where the universe reveals itself slowly, like a distant horizon coming into view. Here on this channel, we explore the cosmos not to impress or overwhelm, but to calm the mind. To replace noise with wonder, and to let curiosity become something soft enough to fall asleep to. So find a comfortable position, let your shoulders drop, let your jaw loosen, and allow your breathing to become natural again. If you enjoy drifting through these peaceful journeys, you're welcome to subscribe. Not as an obligation, just as a way to return whenever you need quiet company among the stars. Tonight, we're going to explore some of the most relaxing truths about the universe. Not the loud ones, not the violent explosions or dramatic collisions, but the slow facts. The gentle ones. It's the ideas that stretch time, soften perspective, and remind us how small and safe we really are. We'll move calmly from one thought to the next, from ancient light to silent particles, to structures so vast they take billions of years to change. You don't need to remember everything. Yes. You don't need to understand it all.
Just listen.
Let the words wash over you like distant starlight, arriving softly after a very long journey, and we'll begin. With time itself, time feels constant here on Earth. Seconds follow seconds. Days turn into nights. But in the universe, time is not as steady as it seems. In deep space, time stretches. Near massive objects, it slows. And across cosmic history, it flows at different rates in different places. Some regions of the universe are moving through time slightly faster than others. Some are lagging behind, held back by gravity's quiet grip. There is no single universal clock ticking for everything. Instead, time bends gently with space, shaped by motion and mass, like a slow-moving river flowing around unseen stones. Even now, as you listen, time is passing differently for satellites above Earth, for stars near the center of our galaxy, and for distant galaxies whose light began its journey billions of years ago. And yet here you are, safe, still, drifting forward at exactly the pace you need. The universe is in no hurry, and neither are you. When we look into the night sky, we're not seeing things as they are. We're seeing them as they were. Light takes time to travel, and in the universe that time can be immense. The glow from the nearest star beyond our sun has been traveling for more than 4 years before reaching your eyes. The soft light from the center of our galaxy began its journey tens of thousands of years ago. The faint smudges of distant galaxies you might see in long-exposure images began their journey before Earth even existed. Looking outward is looking backward. Every point of light in the sky is a memory, drifting toward us across expanding space. Some of that light is unimaginably old. The oldest light we can observe comes from a time when the universe was just beginning to become transparent. Before stars, before galaxies, before planets. For hundreds of thousands of years after the Big Bang, the universe was filled with a hot, glowing fog. Light couldn't travel freely. It was constantly scattered, trapped in a dense sea of energy. But as space expanded and cooled, a quiet transition occurred. Atoms formed. The fog cleared, and light was finally free to move. That ancient glow still surrounds you. It's called the cosmic microwave background. It's everywhere, not in one direction, but in all directions. A faint, nearly uniform warmth left over from the universe's earliest clear moment. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but it's there. A soft echo of the beginning, still drifting through space and through you. Even the emptiest regions of the universe are not truly empty. Between galaxies, where space feels vast and untouched, there is still a temperature. Just a few degrees above absolute zero. This chill comes not from nearby stars, but from that same ancient light stretched thin over billions of years. The universe remembers its own birth. It carries that memory quietly, everywhere, all the time. As you lie here listening, surrounded by walls and ceilings and night air, remember that you are also surrounded by this cosmic afterglow. Not pressing, not demanding, just present. Far beyond the reach of any telescope, the universe continues to expand, not like an explosion, not like something racing outward, but like space itself gently stretching. Galaxies are not fleeing through space. Space is growing between them. And the farther away a galaxy is, the faster that space expands. Some galaxies are already so distant that their light will never reach us. Not because it hasn't had enough time, but because the space in between is growing faster than light can cross it. Those galaxies still exist. They're just beyond our cosmic horizon. There is something strangely comforting about that. The universe is vast beyond what we can observe, beyond what we can measure, beyond what we can ever visit, and yet here we are. It's on a small planet, in a quiet moment. There's no need to reach any farther than this breath. You don't have to chase the universe. It comes to you slowly in light, in gravity, and in the quiet passing of time. Beyond the light we can see, there's matter we cannot. Most of the universe is invisible. Stars, planets, and glowing galaxies. Everything we see with our eyes and telescopes make up only a small fraction of what actually exists. The rest is something called dark matter. It does not shine. It does not reflect light, does not glow or flicker or sparkle, but it has mass, and it has gravity. Without dark matter, galaxies would not hold together. It would slowly drift apart, unable to keep their shape. Instead, dark matter forms vast, invisible structures, halos around galaxies, filaments stretching across millions of light years. These filaments connect galaxy clusters like threads in a cosmic web. And along these unseen threads, galaxies form, move, and slowly evolve. You can't see this web directly, but you are inside it. Our own galaxy drifts within a halo of dark matter, far larger than the visible Milky Way. It extends well beyond the stars you see in the night sky, and as Earth moves through this halo, dark matter passes through you. Right now. Trillions of dark matter particles flow through your body every second. They do not touch your atoms. They do not leave a mark. They pass silently, ghost-like, unnoticed. The universe is moving through you as much as you are moving through it. And even deeper than dark matter lies something stranger still. Empty space is not empty. At the smallest scales, space is alive with activity. Tiny particles appear and vanish. Energy fluctuates. This is the quantum vacuum. A restless background to reality itself. These fluctuations are subtle, but in the early universe, they were amplified. As space expanded rapidly, Tiny irregularities were stretched into enormous structures. Those faint quantum ripples became the seeds of galaxies, of clusters, of the cosmic web. In a very real sense, everything you see in the universe, stars, planets, and even your own atoms, can trace their origin back to tiny, fleeting variations in nothingness, creation from almost nothing. The universe, shaped by whispers, and it continues to whisper. Even black holes, the darkest objects we know, are not completely silent. When two black holes spiral toward each other, they send ripples through space itself, gravitational waves. They travel outward at the speed of light, stretching and squeezing space by tiny amounts. By the time they reach Earth, they are unimaginably faint, yet we can detect them. Delicate instruments, listening to the universe, have heard these distant mergers, two invisible giants becoming one. Their collision echoing across billions of light years. No light, no sound, just a ripple, passing quietly through the fabric of reality, and then gone. The universe is full of motion like this. Not fast, not chaotic, but slow and graceful, and endlessly patient. Stars feel permanent to us. No, they rise, they set, they return night after night. But stars are living things, measured not in days or years, but in millions and billions of years. Some of the oldest stars in our galaxy formed not long after the universe itself. They contain almost no heavy elements, because those elements hadn't been created yet. These ancient stars are like fossils of the early cosmos, quiet survivors from a time when galaxies were just beginning to take shape. They drift mostly in the outer regions of the Milky Way, globular clusters, far from the bright spiral arms. Their light is old. Their stories began before Earth existed. Other stars live faster lives. Now, the very first stars may have burned 1,000,000 times brighter than our sun. They were massive, hot, and short-lived. Born from pure hydrogen and helium, they shone intensely for just a few million years before collapsing and exploding. None of them remain today, but without them, nothing else would exist. They forged the first heavy elements: carbon, oxygen, iron. The atoms in your body were once inside stars like these, not metaphorically, literally. Every breath you take contains matter that was once part of stellar cores, shaped by fusion and released into space long before the sun was born. Stars do not just light the universe, they build it. When stars reach the end of their lives, they do so in many ways. Some explode in brilliant supernova, others collapse quietly, slipping into black holes without a flash. Stars like our sun will one day expand, shed their outer layers, and leave behind a glowing ember called a white dwarf. That ember will cool for billions of years, so slowly that the universe is not yet old enough for any to have fully faded. Every white dwarf that has ever formed is still glowing somewhere, cooling, waiting. Even death in the universe can be gentle. In some systems, stars do not live alone. Binary stars orbit one another closely, sometimes so close that they exchange matter. Gas flows from one star to the other like a slow cosmic tide. They grow, they shrink, change each other. Some of the strangest objects in the universe are born from these partnerships. Their lives intertwined, their fates shared, and beyond individual stars lie galaxies. Vast cities of stars drifting together through space. Some galaxies glow brightly, others are barely visible, Few contain almost no stars at all. Ghost galaxies. Rich in dark matter and gas, but quiet. They challenge our understanding of how galaxies form. They exist. Without shining much at all, the universe does not require brilliance to be real. It allows things to exist quietly, just like this moment. Galaxies are not still. They drift. They rotate. They slowly change shape over time. Our own Milky Way is moving through space at hundreds of kilometers per second. Not rushing, just gliding. Carries billions of stars with it, all bound together by gravity, all sharing the same long journey. Far in the future, the Milky Way will meet another galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy is approaching us now, very slowly. It will take about 4 billion years for the two to begin merging. When they do, there will be no sudden collision of stars. The distances between stars are far too great. Instead, the galaxies will pass through each other like mist, their shapes stretching, their stars rearranging, their dark matter halos merging invisibly. Over billions of years, they will settle into a new, larger galaxy. Calm transformation on a cosmic scale. From the surface of Earth, if anyone were there to watch, the night sky would change gradually. New patterns would form, old constellations would fade, but there would be no violence, no chaos, just time and gravity, doing what they always do. And time is generous. The universe is approximately 13.8 billion years old, yet most of its story still lies ahead. Stars will continue to form for trillions of years. Even after galaxies exhaust their gas, small stars will linger, dim, then stop. Galaxies will grow dark. Black holes will dominate the distant future. They will merge, grow, and then slowly fade. Even black holes are not eternal. Over unimaginable spans of time, they lose energy. They evaporate, one particle at a time. Through a process so slow, it defies intuition. When the last black hole fades, the universe will be very quiet. No stars, no galaxies, just thin radiation and drifting particles. Spread across an enormous, cold expanse. This is sometimes called the heat death of the universe. It's not an ending with fire or collapse, but one with stillness. Yet even this is not something to fear. It is simply the universe relaxing, stretching, and settling. Long after every story we know has ended, the universe continues, calm and indifferent, but not empty. And in this immense timeline, your moment here is brief and precious. A small island of warmth and awareness in a vast, cooling sea. You don't need to rush through it. The universe is never rushed. In a universe this vast, it's easy to feel small. But small does not mean unimportant. Every atom in your body has traveled an incredible path from the hearts of stars, through clouds of gas, into a young solar system, and finally into you. You are not separate from the universe. You are a quiet continuation of it. The same laws that guide galaxies, that bend time, that shape stars, are gently at work within you now. Your heartbeat follows rhythms older than Earth. Your breath moves matter forged billions of years ago. And for this moment, all of it has come together in awareness. There is no requirement to understand everything. The universe does not ask that of you. It simply exists and allows you to exist within it. As this journey comes to a close, let your thoughts drift if they wish. Let images blur. Let ideas soften. Don't need to hold on to the words anymore. If sleep comes, let it come naturally. If wakefulness remains, that's fine too. This space is yours. The universe will continue its slow unfolding, stars forming, galaxies drifting, time bending quietly. You can rest, knowing that nothing is demanded of you right now. Thank you for sharing this moment of calm among the stars. Whenever you need quiet company, the universe will still be here, and so will this place. Good night.